Grace, peace, and spoiler alert, I guess. My name's Ryan, and I'm the movie pastor. I watch movies, and I think pastorally about them. I be a pastor when I watch movies. I be a pastor all the time, technically. I also be using words in the wrong conjugation sometimes. But, you know, what are you gonna do? I know Greek. This time, I watched the movie Free Solo. Free Solo. That's a movie about Alex Honnold and his striving to do something really, really difficult. Something that he had to alter himself and get better as a person in order to be capable of, and something that put him in a position of staring down death all the time. Free Solo is about a man climbing El Capitan. But what's interesting about the film is that they don't spend the majority of the screen time showing him actually attempting to climb El Capitan without ropes. They spend the majority of the screen time acquainting us with Alex, this really unique personality. This individual, his friends call him Spock. You know, he's this sort of unemotional, fearless dude. And he's fearless because he knows that any day he could die, and he's okay with that. He has remembered that he will die. It's not an idea that frightens him anymore. It's just a reality. It's an old friend. And because he knows he'll die, he has a lot to say about life and what life's for and what matters in life. He compares and contrasts his view on life with that of his girlfriend. He says, you know, she really wants to be comfortable and enjoy life, have lots of fun. But I just don't think anything really great has ever happened because someone was really comfortable. I want to do something no one's ever done before. And in particular, I want to climb the most famous mountain in the rock climbing world, and I want to do it as a free solo. I want to do it alone, and I want to do it without any kinds of ropes. What is your life about? What is your life about? What gives you that sense of meaning? What is it for? And if you don't know, do you know that you're gonna die? I mean, that's the question that the movie kind of puts before us. How comfortable are you with the fact that you're gonna die? And if the answer is, well, not very comfortable, well, that's fair. Alex accomplished this incredible thing in part because he is this incredible person, and incredible means both really good and also not really credible. Like, he's extreme, and he's not the kind of person that a lot of us want to be. But his extremeness allows us to enjoy this achievement that he accomplished really on behalf of all humankind, and that allows us to watch and be entertained by his story. But there's another piece here, which is that really, even if we're not as totally blasé about death as Alex is, we need to remember it. We need to memento mori. And we need to have death in front of our faces. Christ knew this. Christ was not shy about his own death. But when he spoke about it, Peter said, don't talk like that, Lord. And Christ would have none of it. He said, get behind me, Satan. Christ died. We remember that on Good Friday. It is one day when every church really pays attention to the fact that badness and death exist in the world. Often churches try to be happy, we try to be encouraging. If you're in a more liturgical context like I am, you might also remember the sad and morose things on days like Ash Wednesday, which is this Wednesday, when you remember that you are dust, and to dust you shall return. Or You might remember it on All Saints' Day or All Souls' Day. Those are the days when we remember the people that have died from among us, the people that are no longer around, and we pay attention to the fact that death is a part of life. You know, one of the chief privileges I get as a pastor is my opportunity to be with people at the most important thresholds of their lives. I'm with people moments after they are born and moments before they die. And I also get to be with people when they are married. So if you don't see a pastor for most of your life, you're very likely to see a pastor in those three situations. And I share those with people. But we don't always remember that third one, that death, it's like the other two. It's a threshold that we all cross, and it's a part of us, and it affects us. And it doesn't have to be morbid. It doesn't have to be black clothing and sackcloth and ashes all the time. Your life is finite. There's only so much time. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do while you're here? What is your life for? I think the example of Alex Honnold is really inspiring to that end. I think it's worth thinking about what your El Capitan will be. And if it's not as extreme as his, I think, that's probably fair.
And when in scenes of glory I sing the new song, 'twill be the old story that I